always, the Ford F-150 painting the lines, the players taking the pitch, and game number 1 of our upper bracket final is underway. Apparently Jack been saying his name a lot this weekend, gonna be saying it a lot more as he carries the first touch towards the blue net. And another hard kick out for Dignitas, but BDS able to throw it out, so Dignitas one chance and we're on a go.
That's was talking about a little bit, Jorby. You know, the previous results for Dignitas taking on BDS are not pretty for the Dignitas side. In fact, they're 1-8 in the last few matchups here against BDS. So for Dignitas, it is a time where, you know, I said it earlier in the day, this is a time for Dignitas to prove themselves. What type of Dignitas team do we have today? What type of evolution has Dignitas gone through? This is a perfect chance to make a statement. They certainly can here. The first minute has come and gone, and nothing very special has happened between the two teams. It's very slow gameplay that we're used to seeing maybe from the BDS side, as both sides still feeling each other out.
You talk about Dignitas being 1-8 against BDS in matches, and only 2 of those matches that they played in best of 5s back in the fall went to match point. Every other time they've matched up, any best of 7 hasn't even been close. It's either been a sweep or Dignitas took 1 game. So just to further drive home the point that, you know, this is really a proven game for Dignitas. If they can come out strong early against BDS, it could pay dividends for them.
It's been a tough road for Dignitas here. They've gotten their warm-ups worth out of the teams that they've played. They've gone to Game 5 and Game 7. They've played the maximum number of games here so far. It's still 1 shot apiece for both teams. Nobody getting any clean looks. I think that actually bodes really well for Dignitas. You know, Jordan, we always talk about how disciplined Dignitas can be. They have in the past. And even with them stumbling, you can still see that structure. And for Dignitas right now, this is a fantastic start for them. The game is at a pace where they can play. BDS isn't running away with possession or control. And there's some good looks here coming out from Dignitas now.
Oh, Jorius tried to get under Monkey Moon. Marked by 8 has the transition, and he caught him out! Marked by 8 gets the first goal.
So I talk about speed and look at the transition. Both Monkey Moon and Extra go for this, so it's a bit risky for Mark by 8 to go for this, but he saw nobody else was up for Dignitas, launches it downfield. Last man caught up too far. Team BDS strike first.
Oh, that's the curse of Rocket League, isn't it, Corelli? You can control the ball all you want. You can stay in the attacking half for as long as possible, but you're only as good as your last challenge, your last shot. And BDS, a quick transition is all it takes to completely stop what Dignitas had going for them in another shot. That time from Monkey Moon, denied by Jorius.
And it is something that BDS does so well. Even in that last shot that was just blocked, they find the little seam in your defense where there's a little bit of a gap or you're just a bit too slow to the ball, and it's immediately on target. And at the time the shot was taking, there was no one in net. Someone had to rotate back in. So it's something that BDS does so well, is they find those little gaps and take advantage to the maximum potential to put a dangerous shot on target.
Well, apparently Jack has a little bit of space, but Extra follows him perfectly. Marked by 8 follows it up. Extra got taken out of the play by Jack. Panda back over to Jorius, has the catch, but no shot will be taken away. BDS defense holds on.
That little pass from Violent Panda is something he does so well for Dignitas in every iteration of this roster. He's always able to find someone downfield or across the box. He said it in his interview, he's just letting apparently Jack and Jorius do their thing. Well, he's setting them up, and that's the important part for him, being that conductor of the team and letting your very mechanically skilled teammates do the rest.
That's always been Panda's role, hasn't it? For as long as he's played in the RLCS, Jorius demo and forced the own goal. Dignitas tie it up.
I'm actually curious to see what happened here for Mark by 8. I know he put it into his own net. Jorius just getting over Monkey Moon on the demo, and I guess Mark by 8 didn't expect it to come down so sharply. He tried to pop it up and over the corner, instead straight into his net.
Jorius, he had a couple that looked pretty close on the crossbar. There was one earlier that he was trying to get under Monkey Moon on. Jorius gets, if Jorius gets going, BDS could be in a little trouble for the rest of game 1. That first goal for him won't do much for Dignitas on this push. Violent Panda able to stop the ball in midfield, but Dignitas doing a good job not letting BDS just have the pitch to themselves. So many times we watch teams against BDS and they never get consistent touches, Corelli. They never have plays like that where Jorius had a chance off that pass from Violent Panda, a hard one. Apparently Jack, not a solid touch. Jorius tries to make up for it. Extra takes it back.
And the space is there for Dignitas right now. The execution is just off. They see the pass, they put it across. It's either a bit too hard, too high, or the player receiving it just isn't in position yet. The ideas are there for Dignitas. They've been able to get a couple quality setups. Just that final piece of execution maybe here as the ball gets under the defense of BDS and it does get cleared out. The final 15 upon us.
Joy is looking better and better with each touch, and marked by 8 out of boost ended up missing the ball, but Monkey Moon's got him covered. BDS maybe can end this in regulation. Apparently Jack trying to stop Extra, and he does, and a great follow-up from Jorius against marked by 8. Does he have a play? Can't get the bump against Monkey Moon. We got OT.
Yeah, if he got that bump, there might have been an opportunity for Dignitas into overtime here in game 1, and a quality showing from both sides.
This is about what I think a lot of people expected out of this match with how Dignitas have looked, but the question is, can they keep BDS at bay? Can they stop them in this overtime? And looking forward for the rest of the match. Jorius doesn't have it. Extra got the dunk, and BDS take game 1.
And that's a bit dangerous from Jorius. He has 36 boost on his first touch. That ball a bit too far out in front of him, so he couldn't get back behind. I think he was trying to get a flip reset to flip it up and over Extra, but Extra just dunks him right in the top of the box. A bit dangerous taking it out to the middle there. And BDS, we talked about it, they take advantage of the little mistakes, and the opportunity is there for them to put that one home. BDS take game 1.
Yeah, BDS were really content to just kind of let things come to them. Dignitas had a lot of great midfield presence. They had good approaches out of midfield, good passes in the attacking third. They had space. Everything was working correctly, and you hear all of that, and you think, oh, they must have had a pretty good time on offense. No, they didn't. BDS locked down every single angle, and like you said, punished the little mistakes that Dignitas gave them to eke out the victory in game 1, but definitely really close.
Yeah, and I think the good news for Dignitas is that the goal-scoring opportunities that obviously didn't go in for them were more, I think, on their side than BDS. I don't think BDS played phenomenal defense here in this last game. It was more Dignitas just couldn't find that final piece of execution to put that ball on target. The passes were there, players were in position, they just couldn't put it away. So if we see more of that from Dignitas, I feel like this series is going to go the distance. Definitely
one of those matches where both teams are really trying to feel each other out. How do you want to move down the pitch? Are you just going for straight infield passes? Maybe mind games? Or are you just going to go for the bump rather than go for the challenge as first man? And all of those things culminate. We'll see how Dignitas can respond. It was close, but not close enough. Extra couldn't grab the read, but this is still a decent push here for BDS. If Monkey Moon can get back to it, he does. And marked by 8 has to cross laterally just to get back to the challenge.
And Jorby, the first 20 seconds, BDS has already picked up the pace. You can just see it right off the bat. Players moving quicker, faster to the challenges. Even that first 20 seconds, it was all BDS all over Dignitas. And now this is getting a little shaky on the goal line. Violent Panda has to tap it away, but BDS picking up the pace is the best thing they can do for themselves, as it will throw off those rotations of Dignitas and make them a bit more uncomfortable. But this one comes off the back wall, and Violent Panda puts it home.
Violent Panda gets this shot, but it's off of Jorius when all of that space right above Monkey Moon, who thought he was going to be able to carry that ball out, but then Dignitas punish him as the rebound came for free for Violent Panda. No surprise that Dignitas were able to collect.
And again, not the best defense from BDS. We mentioned that a couple times in game 1, even though they did come out on top. But a missed touch on the back wall, and Dignitas take advantage. Certainly when they get a couple passes going, it's going to be quite tough for any defense to deal with them, as Dignitas looking to threaten once more.
Another high ball here for marked by 8. He's trying to get back to it. Violent Panda, woo. Happy that apparently Jack could make that save. Can he make another one? Yes, he can, off the bounce on the post. And he gets the save. Marked by 8, another pot shot that Jorius will throw away, but this is still looking good for BDS. Monkey Moon tried to find a gap on the rebounds, but could not. Dignitas come back the other way. Apparently Jack off the backboard, but Dignitas are not coming. Jorius the whole way back.
Oh, Jorius, not the best touch. Monkey Moon's gonna take advantage and put it away. A poor touch leads to a goal.
And you can't give BDS chances like that. You cannot give them freebies. They're already good enough at creating their own goals. Don't give them a reason to just get a free lead. That's not the touch you wanted from Jorias, like you said, Corelli. And that just lets BDS right back in. Apparently, Jack, another good touch right off the kickoff. Marked by 8, grabs very crucial touch. That was about to be another goal.
That was a fantastic touch. Just put that one awkward, high and away. And he got over Violent Panda just enough to it. Couldn't just put that ball back in. And now BDS trying to put on some more offense, and Dignitas having a bit of space open up on their defensive side. Extra shot blocked by Jorias. Great read from him as Monkey Moon continues the attack.
Monkey Moon at least forced a kill in the corner. Apparently Jack, ball gets away from him. Extra nice catch on the return. The bump from Marked by 8 got onto Jorias. It doesn't matter. Apparently Jack's got the ball, but Dignitas, do they have a shot here? Violent Panda tries to square up. Extra quick transition. Marked by 8, nothing. And just when you think a play's gonna develop, Corelli, it dies off the backboard. Apparently Jack gets another to the corner.
We're not seeing too many more attacks here from Dignitas in the way that we saw the first game. Initially, here in this game we are, but here's an opportunity. BDS letting some balls slip out from the defensive side. Now Jorias has an opportunity as he's blocked by Extra. The defense not particularly clean from BDS, but it's working.
Violent Panda just getting that save off the crossbar. BDS, as much as they tried to craft a weave of their own, Dignitas have been able to swat away anything that they've given them. And Violent Panda forces another challenge. We might be headed to another overtime. Even if someone scores here, I'm not convinced it doesn't get tied up. By 8 off the crossbar, and BDS take the lead.
That's that quick speed in the air that BDS is so good at. Monkey Moon gets the touch and over. Look what Marked by 8 does. Pulls back to get that touch off the crossbar, down and in. Tough read for Violent Panda there to make any sort of save. And BDS strike quickly downfield.
When you talk about this match and one mistake being the difference, you can't help but look back at that Jorias mistouch. That gave it to Monkey Moon to allow BDS to tie the game. Violent Panda hopping right in front of another shot. Can he get this touch? No. Extra works his way around him, and Jorias is forced up quickly back to the corner. But look where Monkey Moon is. He's ready for a pass.
Great pass.
By 8, and it's denied by apparently Jack.
The Dignitas defense all over that one, but a fantastic setup for BDS. They hold on to their 1-goal lead. Violent Panda trying to make things change here for Dignitas. Apparently Jack's shot is actually blocked by Violent Panda. And the offense gonna fizzle out here for Dignitas.
Nothing really working for Dignitas. They get by the midfield line. That one opportunity they got was probably the best look they had in the last minute. Marked by 8, shovels another ball out of the side. While Monkey Moon doesn't get the greatest touch, does chew a little bit more time off the clock. Now Jorias races to the corner. Got the catch. Apparently Jack doesn't have an angle, but he's going to try again here from the corner. All up the sidewall. He has Violent Panda, but Monkey Moon cuts off the angle, and Jorias is forced to the corner again. Another 15 seconds wasted off the clock. Very tedious there from Jorias, but he got the job done and got the clear to the blue half.
10 shots for BDS here in this game to the 7 saves of Dignitas. They have felt the majority of the offense here from BDS. And again, another long ball. BDS are happy to throw this one down the field. And with 10 seconds left, it's going to take this carry for Dignitas in this last final attempt to find the back of the net.
Doesn't look like they have it. Off the back wall, onto the ground. And Team BDS win another close one, 2-0 in the series.
And again, I think this game was a lot faster from BDS. Still oddly shaky on defense. There's not massive mistakes happening, don't get me wrong, but some balls slipping away here and there. That space, though, collapsed for Dignitas. I think that's the key takeaway from this game. And what BDS did so well compared to the first game was that when the speed picked up, that space became much more condensed for Dignitas to set up anything. And at the end of this game, the back half of Game 2, you didn't see as much Dignitas setting things up or having that space to work with.
And they forced Dignitas on defense to stretch and to get spread on their own back wall. So many times when specifically Monkey Moon and Marked by 8 on the sides, they would constantly kick the ball as close to the backboard as they could. And the positioning of Dignitas is, he's going to try for the close side of the back wall, try to roll it around the corner, maybe an infield pass. But Dignitas, they would freeze them on the goal line, and they would be forced to come up and try to challenge, and that put them in at a disadvantage. I don't know where the answer is for Dignitas right now. They've had a couple of good pushes, but they have to find a way to be more productive on offense.
Yeah, and I think it does come down to that last man. There was a couple shaky moments for Dignitas in controlling that ball. Obviously, Jorius giving it away. That's not something to expect from anyone at this level, and that unfortunately happens from time to time. But that last man in Dignitas is sometimes left on an island, and he can only buy so much time with BDS breathing down his neck.
Violent Panda sets one up. Joria's got there quickly, but Monkey Moon, ever difficult to get by, or to stop, if you will. Monkey Moon's just hard to play against in general, and apparently Jack will end up dropping one to extra. Good speed for Mark by 8, and gets the follow-up touch. Again, they're spreading Dignitas out. Apparently Jack has to go so far laterally just to get back to that touch, and he didn't even get anything productive out of it. And where does it lead you? It leads you to a BDS goal, Monkey Moon with the tip-in.
And he's just hovering inside the box. Monkey Moon initially passes it out to Mark by 8, and then he just sits under the ball and he beats the defense. Jorius couldn't get the touch, and then Monkey Moon jumps up and taps it in. Nobody from Dignitas even close with the speed from Monkey Moon. And a 1-0 lead for BDS.
Dignitas have not had a lot of success, have they? They've spent a lot of time on the orange half. Another long clear for Jorius, but he can't find the touch still. That's Violent Panda's ball, and Monkey Moon hops up for a save. Apparently Jack's got a little bit of time, but didn't really have anything to look at. Extra took the ball away again. But do Dignitas have midfield? They can get this next touch here. Mark by 8 is all over it. Monkey Moon got the boost. Here's the challenge. Mark by 8, one touch, can't get the bump. Extra takes the shot. It's saved off the post. And Violent Panda can't get there. It's off the crossbar again. Dignitas somehow keep that ball out of the net.
That shot from Monkey Moon just a bit high. That was the opportunity for BDS to open up the scoring and get a bit of a buffer here.
Oh, apparently
Jack almost all the way by himself. Violent Panda, can he put it home? He will, to tie it up for Dignitas.
I had a feeling that after apparently Jack missed this, which, first of all, great progression, and stuffed Mark by 8, and kind of stomped him onto the ground, and you saw he just kind of stuttered and couldn't get back to the ball. That was going to be a tough save anyway, and that is exactly what Dignitas needed. Well, Jorius wanted something off the ceiling, but couldn't quite get the cleanliness he was looking for. Another push forward here for Dignitas. They can hold on to midfield again. Try to keep the boost game in control. Could take the lead here, but the chances really have been few and far between. BDS have shut down the transition. They've shut down the consistent pressure on offense, and they might find a freebie again! Violent Panda is lost on the back wall. Mark by 8 picks up another.
Yeah, I'm curious. Violent Panda should have had this ball, and I guess he just misread the bounce. It goes straight over the top of his head. I suppose he was expecting more of a square bounce off the back wall. And leads to an easy shot for BDS to take advantage of. And there's just small mistakes right now, Jorby, that are coming back to bite Dignitas.
It's killing me, Corelli, because like it feels like that's the only time BDS really score. They've gotten a couple that they've created, but Dignitas are just, it's those little mistakes. Like, those are definitely fixable mistakes for Dignitas.
Yeah.
And if you're at home, a Dignitas fan watching, you're probably a little frustrated to feel like this could be a little closer, because every game has been one goal so far. Another save from Jorius, but it's not over. Monkey Moon trying to find the angle, and apparently Jack was there again.
Dignitas needs something to work for them here. Lots of mistakes in these games, or really just, I would say more of just singular big mistakes that have been catastrophic for them. I wouldn't say they're plagued by mistakes, but right now...
They just always turned into turnovers. That's into goals. Like that! It just comes off the back wall, and BDS are grabbing every rebound. Violent Panda, too late. Apparently, Jack, he hopes that ball comes. Where are you going, dude?
That was actually a brilliant touch by Extra. I think everyone was expecting the shot from Extra there, and instead he put it above Jorius to come back off that wall for his teammate to set up. Everyone was going to react to his touch. They all expected the shot, and instead, one more pass does in the defense.
That's the benefit you get from controlling the match, Corelli. You're forced to respect that ability because you've been dealing with it all match. So Extra gets the benefit of being able to fake out, apparently, Jack and Jorius on the goal line to pick up another goal. And this is just run-of-the-mill Team BDS stuff. They're not doing anything crazy. They're taking your mistake, your one mistake that you make, and they're scoring on it. It's really that simple for them. Marked by 8, not going to get that touch. Jorius takes it out. Extra 1, but a little too low for it. Monkey Moon, another shot. Violet Panda, excuse me, gets the clear.
A lot of balls coming off that back wall once again on the Dignitas side. And BDS are just playing wall ball with it a lot of times. Oh, big opportunity here for Jorius. Can he put it away? He will. And Dignitas get one back. They're within 1.
Well, BDS couldn't handle that touch. Monkey Moon just got boxed out by apparently Jack, which just gave one chance for Jorius to put it on target. He does, and that feels good if you're a Dignitas fan, especially if you're on Dignitas. Does a little bit for the mentality. Now you got a full minute to try to get the tying goal.
Yeah, plenty of time here for Dignitas, even though it hasn't been the prettiest game for them. They have the opportunity to tie it back up and either score in regular time or at least force an overtime here. That's a great touch from Violet Panda. Won't be a good clear from Mark by an opportunity for Jorius is what was high, and Monkey Moon declared away.
A little bit of space still for apparently Jack. Mark by 8 only delays Violent Panda's push forward. An extra, another solid touch. He's having a very good series so far. Mark by 8 has been striking more often than not. Monkey Moon. Nothing really set for BDS, but they're happy to play this way for 15 more seconds.
Yeah.
Apparently Jack again, nothing. Dignitas need to get by one BDS car. And then there's 2 more they have to get by. Violet Panda can't get by Monkey Moon. Apparently Jack, this is the last try. Extra, it's slow, but it touches the ground, and BDS one away from sweeping Dignitas and heading to the grand final.
And it's just so close for Dignitas. It really is. I mean, these aren't the worst games in the world, Jorby. Like we said, there are just some big, major mistakes. When you talk about when the games are within 1, and there's these big bad pass, bad touch, big miss, whatever it is from Dignitas that gives away a free goal. And those are literally the game changers here in these games right now.
The challenges in Dignitas' half are just annoying from BDS. Like, just when you think you actually got by Monkey Moon, no, he's just got like 5 more boost in the tank, which is just enough for him to get his, the tip of his bumper onto the car. Now it's off the ceiling. You're out of position. Violet Panda has to hustle just to get back and make another touch. And that keeps happening to Dignitas. They cannot force BDS off the ball, and it has to be frustrating on the orange half right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. And now you have, not only did you have the hard task of going up against BDS, now you have the even tougher task of reverse sweeping them here in this best of 7. It is not an easy feat for Dignitas the last 2 times these teams played. The test message, you mentioned it. It's been a sweep by BDS. It's looking that way here in this series.
Dignitas, one more chance to try to get through this upper bracket final and maybe sit and wait for all the other teams to battle it out in the grand final. But a hard, brutal task awaits them as they got to win 4 straight. And it starts right now. Extra. His clears have been clutch for BDS. And he got another one there to start. Coming across again, Monkey Moon, he's just all over the place. And apparently Jack forced up, has to use more boost. Violet Panda has to work just to get back to midfield. But Dignitas are just taking turns in the corner now, trying to get the next clear. Mark by 8 can't get the bump on Jorius. And right now, Dignitas in a holding pattern as Monkey Moon prevents another clear.
Dignitas need this game, obviously because of the series score, but mostly because right now I don't think the confidence is very high with the mistakes that have been happening. That was another great setup for Dignitas. Execution has not been there, though. When you go back and you look at the list of passes across the box, the setups that they've had, they have not executed on remotely close to the majority of them.
Oh, that conversion rate's really hurting them right now. Oh, how close these games have been. And even here, they're on the blue half, but have you felt threatened yet on the side of BDS? They're trying everything they can to break through this defense. Extra avoids the bump and is ready to receive on the back line, but he can't find anything, and Violent Panda collects the first for Dignitas.
They talk about what Dignitas needs, and Violent Panda putting away a shot on the far side is exactly what you want. Great contact there to beat the defense, and that switch of the field is something that Dignitas does so well. And even with that long arcing pass, BDS just can't keep up with that. defenders had no chance.
Joria's off the kickoff. Can't work his way towards the net. But Dignitas, it's a great start, but it's all about how you play the rest of these 3.5 minutes. You have to play mistake-free. Every mistake you've made has been converted into a goal. Now, if they can keep the touches solid here, force BDS to work for clears and grab every single rebound. Right now, it's looking pretty good for Dignitas. Monkey Moon gets up and just barely avoids that bump. But BDS are just so good at relieving pressure. Marked by 8, forces Dignitas to start again from their own corner.
Oh, tough shot from Monkey Moon. Still, apparently, Jack able to deal with it quite nicely. Extra, dunked away by Jorius. This is what Dignitas needs. Apparently, Jack couldn't beat that first defender to it, and Violent Panda just to lob it back downfield.
Nice catch from Monkey Moon to avoid Violent Panda. Jorius has to turn and run, and apparently Jack doesn't really have a way forward. And BDS kind of broke that rotation for Dignitas. Violent Panda, no, he doesn't get the read. Was maybe expecting the touch from BDS on the play, and everybody's missing the ball, and Extra's miss turns into gold for Monkey Moon.
Yeah, great setup by Extra to at least just get to that challenge. He didn't get the second touch. I think Jorius wanted, or was expecting that one to come across a bit more, and Extra, I think, kind of pinned it against the wall. Monkey Moon there to put it away. He's so fast, Monkey Moon is. It seems like when the play starts to break down, the ball sort of like drifts down into the box and falls from the sky. It seems like Monkey Moon is always there for BDS on the offensive side of things. He's always in the box ready to receive any kind of garbage ball that falls down into the box, and he's able to put it on target.
It feels like there's 2 of him on the field, in addition to his teammates. And you can't, how do you play against 4 players? Monkey Moon's ridiculous, man. There's a reason so many people think he's the best player in the world right now. And it's hard to argue against it. He's just been so clutch. He creates so much value for BDS and getting them out of so many difficult situations. But Dignitas find themselves at the benefit, and Jorius gets the goal for Dignitas. They take the lead.
A great patience here from Jorius. He saw 4 players up for this ball, waited for it to come down, and then saw the way Extra was coming down from the ceiling. He had no chance left or right. Jorius puts it away. Easy shot for him. From the positioning that he had, the patience from the midfield, he could see that whole play develop, and he was able to pick the right time to move in. A 1-0 lead now for Dignitas.
Good patience from apparently Jack, and just let gravity do its work there to carry him to that next touch. Now a quick pass to Jorius. He might have caught Extra out, but he picked up the save. Still, Dignitas weren't in position to really take advantage of that rebound. They do have the lead for now, but here comes Monkey Moon, and that touch taken away by Jorius. Oh, Jorius might have a free lane, tries to take the shot, and Monkey Moon, last man back, picks up another save. Apparently Jack picks up Violent Panda's pass, lets it drop. Violent Panda, where's Jorius? He's the whole way back in midfield, but he comes back to the corner and maybe has another play for Dignitas. Monkey Moon plays it back out to midfield, but Violent Panda's there, high against the backboard. Extra can't find the touch. Monkey Moon's there for the save. Turned around, Violent Panda through the demo, and Dignitas have a 2-goal lead.
And it's been the bump game for Dignitas here in this late game to open up opportunities. Taking out Monkey Moon here right at the last second secures that goal for Dignitas. Up by 2, the physical game has certainly paid off for him.
They have not once been able to pull away by multiple goals against BDS yet. And with under a minute remaining, that insurance, it's huge for Dignitas. Monkey Moon's got the catch. He's got the flip reset, but it's wide of the net. Where's the follow-up? Well, there was a bunch of demos that happened. And so BDS were licking their wounds on the blue half.
Yeah, last 2 players put on a timer for BDS. That physical game, you're seeing more and more demos all of a sudden, even late in this game, but it was early on too. There was a lot of bumping coming out inside of that BDS box. And Dignitas have been better for it.
Marked by 8 with 20 seconds left in the game, has been held to 34 points. That's the most he's got out of a single touch yet with that save. And Monkey Moon able to throw the ball back downfield, but BDS have been shut down in game 4. Even if they score with time left, it's going to be difficult to eke that victory out, and that clear right there is going to do it. So Dignitas survive in this best of 7 for just 1 game longer. They have to do it again.
Well, they want to make Gibbs' prediction right. with the 4-1, and they might do that here as Dignitas do fight back. This was a much, much better game from Dignitas. Number one, Jorby, they didn't have a catastrophic mistake. I mean, that was the biggest thing plaguing this team throughout this entire series up until this point. At no time was there this awful mistake from Dignitas. And then they got the offense going as well. I think the physical game really paid off for them. That's something that BDS is going to adapt to, obviously going deeper into the series. But it worked here in this game. See if they can keep it going in the games to come.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, mistake-free, which is so hard to do in this game. And they did it for that, but you have to do it a couple more times now. That's the thing, is like you've dug yourself into such a deep hole, and it makes it that much more difficult with every single game forward. Like, it's just more tiring, more exhausting to try to fight through BDS, because they're going to give you 100% again. Like, they're not just going to let off the gas now that they've lost a game. That's just not how BDS are. So for apparently Jack Jorias and Violent Panda, more of the same for them. They were able to break through this BDS defense a couple of times, but as we head to Wasteland, they got to do it once more. We'll see if they can kick off this game as they started the last one.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. And then, well, Jorby, that's not how you want to start if you're Dignitas on the road of reverse sweep. The kickoff goal going straight to extra, open space to shoot, beats that last man of Jorias. A 1-0 lead for BDS.
Nice shot from extra. It has to be that powerful too. Otherwise, it's likely saved by Jorias, but extra is having a great series. I know we're talking a lot about Monkey Moon, and I've mentioned extra a couple of times. But it's been good for BDS overall. Marked by 8, doesn't have it. Jorias and apparently Jack just screening across, letting BDS know he's around. Violent Panda gets a second touch, apparently. Jack's waiting. Extra got there in time for the save. And Dignitas are in trouble on the turnaround, but it's coming slow. Extra shot denied by Jorias, and Dignitas get out of that transition.
It's a little bit sketchy on the defensive side for Dignitas, and here comes BDS. No boost for Mark Baye, but a great demo on Monkey Moon will prevent any further attack from BDS. Now apparently Jack wanted a flip reset. Couldn't put it over Monkey Moon.
Marked by 8 works his way forward, but Jorias had it read perfectly. Now he's stuck on the back wall with no boost, so apparently Jack comes in to help. Another pass that comes right through the defense! Extra splits them apart! 2-goal lead for BDS.
And you can see this last man in the net. I think it's apparently Jack. He can see this one going behind him, and he couldn't get back in time. The backflip wasn't there. And just that small seam once again for BDS paying off. Extra able to find it multiple times here in this series. And that's been the difference maker in a lot of the wins for BDS.
And funnily enough for Dignitas, if Jorias doesn't challenge that ball, it doesn't get pinched, and maybe apparently Jack can make that save. But, you know, 9.5 times out of 10, Corelli, that challenge is the right call from Jorias. But it pinched straight forward, Extra drilled it. And it gets a little more difficult for Dignitas, marked by 8. Who wasn't saying his name a lot in the last game. He was held to under 100 points, but this time has been productive as first man for BDS in the opening 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's a great spot for Mark by 8 to live in as that first man, and even second man as well. He's kind of this disruptor on the offensive side, and he does a great job to not let Dignitas get out for free.
Oh, Mark by 8 almost worked his way in by himself. But Violent Panda gets the turnaround. Jorias has the read off the backboard. Apparently Jack's got a free shot, and Extra takes the block. Violent Panda next one up. Gets by Monkey Moon, and he sinks it top. Hey, Dignitas split the lead.
Wow, what a shot from Violent Panda. A big mix-up in the box. Everybody from BDS inside the net, and the perfect spot, the perfect shot from Violent Panda to slip it on in, and down by 1 now for Dignitas.
Dignitas able to stop the bleeding. Now trying to inflict their own damage onto BDS. Jorias, he started the match so hot. For about 3 minutes of game 1. Every touch was productive. It was solid contact, high quality, but then BDS just kind of put the squeeze on him. Dignitas trying to fight their way back, and Jorias is finding more value out of his touches again. Dignitas not losing every single 50, not getting beat by Monkey Moon on every touch this time. And maybe they can score this second goal, but apparently Jack lost the ball. No one from BDS was expecting it, But that's worse for that's worse for Dignitas than it is for BDS.
And now BDS, plenty of time to control. 2 minutes left here in this game. Sitting up by 1. The pressure is on Dignitas, even with a 1-goal margin. Dignitas, though, have plenty of time, and they're looking to progress through the midfield. It's just not going to happen. Apparently, Jack does get the touch away.
That'll be good for Jory as he sees apparently Jack downfield, but Mark by 8 stops the ball. Another pass deflected, but Violent Panda is there. Joria turns and Mark by 8 takes care of business. Extra got taken out of the play. Not over just yet for Dignitas. If Joria can keep onto this ball, he used all of his boost to do it. It didn't really stop BDS. But Joria is hunting on the back line, and Mark by 8 gets a free ball to Monkey Moon, and Dignitas's net was open for business.
Oh my goodness. And this was Violent Panda, just nowhere near it to this challenge. Wide open field after the beat, and Monkey Moon will put it in. BDS now up by 2 with 1 minute and 24 seconds left.
Just when you thought Dignitas were finally gonna put some quality chances on net, BDS's defense a little too strong. The passes are too long. BDS have been able to cut off every single one. And another goal here would certainly put the nail in this upper bracket run for Dignitas, and Joria is happy to pick up that save, but it's not over. Extra got in the way, and Mark by 8 almost sank it. Saved by Violent Panda. Joria is out of boost, but he forces the challenge back to the corner. Dignitas needs something on this push. They cannot allow the time to trickle down to under 30 seconds when they're down by 2. They cannot break through BDS right now.
It's going to be very tough. 45 seconds left. BDS happy to throw the ball down the field. 2 going here for BDS as they actually run into each other. Dignitas, though, can't move out quick enough. Monkey Moon across the box. Extra is on the far side, but not close enough.
Extra there again. And that shot is just in. BDS have ripped Dignitas's team apart everywhere on the pitch. Anything they try, saved, blocked, demoed, challenged, open nets. There's nothing Dignitas can do to take down this BDS squad. They're too good.
And Dignitas just beat over their heads literally a couple times here throughout this game. The speed from BDS really showing late in this series. Dignitas trying to put one back with 20 seconds to go. It's tough to come back down by 3.
This is just a victory lap for BDS. Somehow, some way, this team continues to perform at peak S-tier level. Team BDS, once again, find themselves in the grand finals. Apparently Jack gets a goal. That hopefully makes you feel better down in the lower bracket. But Team BDS get a long break before they have to play another game.
And I don't think this was the cleanest series from BDS. They look great down the line. Early on, a little bit shaky, but still top quality BDS gameplay. Exactly what we expect to come into the series. I think Dignitas actually put up a great fight. They might have been their own worst enemy today, Jorby. I think they might have been for Dignitas as BDS do take them down 4-1.
I definitely think they were. I mean, those early games were decided by Dignitas mistakes. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Corelli, Joria's his mistouch in game 2. The freebie off the backboard in game 1. How many freebies off the backboard and backwall? Like, BDS owned Dignitas's half of the pitch in that match. And I know back in the pre-show, Stumpy had Dignitas taking down BDS in the upper bracket. And maybe they could come back and try again. But right now, BDS proved why they're still the best team in Europe, and it's not even close.
And Dignitas still look really strong, even though they fall to, the best team in Europe. Let's not forget, I mean, the caliber of team that Dignitas just fell to. Dignitas has had a great run up until this point. We'll see how they do in the lower bracket.
And so we move on back to the lower bracket. Gil, can they continue their incredible run against Team Vitality? It'll be a tough one, and you don't want to miss it. We'll have it after the break.